Pisces, this is your June reading. Hello, beautiful soul. I hope you are doing amazing and great and spectacular. So let's see what Spirit has for you for the month of June. While I'm shuffling, I just want to tell you that I have a new posting schedule because that way I can get these out when they're supposed to be out, because I appreciate all of you. I really do. And the way for me to show that is to post regularly. So we came up with a schedule for me. It's easier for me to have deadlines. That's why it's so easy for me to get private readings out and stuff, because I have deadlines. So that's what we're going to do with the monthly readings. I was trying to freelance them, and that is not working. So check the schedule out below to see what the postings will be. That's what I'm going with. Okay. So Spirit, what do you have for Pisces? What would you like for them to know for the month of June? Pisces, for the month of June, Spirit. Pisces, month of June. Okay, Pisces, so something you were once confused about, okay, or a situation that was complicated, or that seemed, it was like, I feel like it's kind of risky, but you were, you felt like it was worth taking that risk to open up that door. So I feel like you expressed enough to get some sort of balance, or you gave it enough time to get some sort of balance within that situation. Okay? We're going to use that deck for you, actually. So I feel like you get a new perspective. That's interesting because Eagle Medicine just came out. So you definitely get a new perception of the situation. So you're looking at the situation from a new angle, I guess. Experiencing it in a different way. You have an opportunity for a new beginning, for something good to come into your life, Pisces. It's definitely divinely led, but you have to allow it to be so. Realization, yeah. So you're coming to the realization of something. So at first you were living in a dream world, or like trying to make something happen, and you were having some troubles, like it was a risky move that you were making. And now the universe is putting a hand in this situation to get it moving the way that it should be moving, or in the direction that it should be going. You're definitely lightening up about your love life. Trying to find that happiness again and love. It's like it's not all about work or something. Moving forward for abundance, it's time for you to start connecting to music, okay? Maybe love songs. For those of you who are going through breakups, I'm hearing that it will be really good for you to start listening to love songs if you're not already doing that, or will be, okay? I feel like it's a good purge for you. It's time for you to get those emotions out however you need to get them out. It's like this realization is hitting you about just how things are playing out. I feel like you're just taking a different path, and that path that you're taking is going to be the best one for you. It's like you need that misdirection, from where it is that you, or what it is that you were so focused on. All right, Pisces. June is all about self-reflection for you. The things that you didn't want to deal with or didn't want to see or that were hard for you is really going to help you move forward by just dealing with those things and confronting them. You know, it's like you weren't in control of your story. You weren't in control of your life. You had something else taking control and you were taking a back seat. And you're getting that realization probably from how you're feeling, because you feel like you need to go within. Two major arcana cards being your overall energy for June. You're just taking control by really seeing yourself and seeing the situation. And that's why your spiritual message is realization, because you're having that realization, you're having that awakening within yourself. Okay. What's interesting is your extra card is the Queen of Swords. So you could have been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But I'm getting this feeling from this, not only that you're seeing the truth or you're being perceptive to the truth, right? It's just about you taking that action, or what are you going to do next? If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, they always were telling you the truth. You know, I feel like you just saw what you wanted to see and hoped for what you wanted to hope for. But this month is really about you accepting the realization of what is happening actually. So with the World card, you're coming to the end of something, okay? Something is closing out. Not only that, your ego, your wants, your desires were what was keeping this going, right? And you're starting to see that there needs to be an end put to that, like a finalization of it, because you weren't making the best decision. Oh, sorry, my nose. You weren't making the best decision, but you were trying to balance off of your wants, your desires, and your ego, right? Which they're telling me you pushed a lot of things away because of this. So I don't know what your history is, but that's what they're saying. That's probably for someone specific. With the King of Cups in reverse, it's like you're starting to see that this whole thing was distracting you from love. It was distracting you from affection, from being kind, from being the full Pisces that you could be, right? Because it was like commandeering your emotions and commandeering your feelings, and that is what you're based off of, you know, like that's who you are. And it was taking over that, and you realize that only your ego or the addiction that you had towards this person was holding you back from being your best self, right? So now with the Seven of Pentacles being in the middle, you're basically focusing on your growth. How can I move forward, right? How can I move forward? What can I do? I'm holding on so tightly to this idea or this person, you know, that I'm not able to be me. I'm not able to manifest. I'm not able to grow in a positive direction because of what you're holding on to. And it's just an overindulgence in holding on to something that you particularly wanted to grow. You were doing what you felt was best and investing your time and energy into it, but it was really your ego that was pushing you to do that, you know? So it just is a realization that it's time to let that go, and it's time to move away from it. It's time to explore something different. It's time for something new, right? It's time to go with the flow of what's happening and not against it. So that's what that's about. And this was a hard realization, especially with the Moon card. It was something that you had to face or deal with. And you know, it was like you looked at yourself and realized that you wanted more than what it is that you were receiving or getting or entertaining. So there's a ray of sunshine here in your life. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could also be as well. But I feel like there's a ray of sunshine about the future, or you have an idea about someone, or you may be thinking about someone that you particularly could have grew with, but because you were hanging on to this relationship, you didn't really give it a chance. But this person is either crossing your mind, or a situation that you really want to get entwined in that you didn't give a chance because of that is crossing your mind. So I feel like you're going to make that happen. I don't know how you're going to do it. I almost feel like Spirit is going to have you either run into this person, or you may have lost their number. You're going to run into their number or something like that. Some reason that you have to see them or contact this other person. Or a job or whatever it is. But I feel like it's something that lifts you up out of this. I don't know why I feel like it's a person, but I feel like it's a person. Okay? So once you come to grips that you need a new beginning and you need to release this, I feel like that's when Spirit's going to start bringing in what's for you. You know what I mean? I do see, if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, that they might try to come back and try to work on this. This is what's funny. I feel like this person loves that you indulge them, and when you're not indulging them, they don't know how to act. Okay, so that could bring a wrap around either the end of this month or probably mid to next month. Okay, so just be aware of that. But I feel like Spirit is here touching this situation and bringing in a change for you. This is a really good time to start saving money as well, Pisces, and not spending it because maybe you don't feel good and you're trying to make yourself feel better. Be careful about spending money, to distract yourself, okay? It's just time to end old habits and things that don't serve you in June. Because as soon as you do that, the door opens for something new to begin. It's like Spirit is like, oh, so you're paying attention. Well, let's start investing in your future. That's exactly what it looks like to me. Yeah, so you might want to buy instruments or concert tickets or earbuds or whatever it is, and they just out of your budget. I wouldn't do it, but it's up to you, It's really to help you get a more lighthearted atmosphere in your love life. That's what playfulness is about. Yeah. Okay. We're connecting. All right, let's do some clarifiers. Yeah. Realizing that something is completely over, you start to heal and you start to recover from what has happened. Probably the rejection of someone else. Yeah. It was just too much chaos. It was it's like you have to know that it's bringing chaos in your life, right? And you need to make that change. And that's why the World card is here, because it's like I fulfilled my obligation to this person and this relationship and trying to make it work, and I need something different. See, it's like you were childishly holding on to this relationship, It wasn't the connection, Pisces, wasn't as strong as you perceived it to be. I just feel like you dove into it with all of your emotion. And you weren't able to give it to anything or anyone else because of that. And you never let it go because you had hope that it would grow. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you gave up your power. You surrendered your power to this person. Yeah. So if you want change, you have to make the change that you want. Not just say it or act like you're doing it, but actually do it. And it's going to be hard because with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, you really want to hold on to this situation. You've grown some emotional foundations in this situation, like you're rooted, you know what I mean? But it's time for you to make the changes and not ignore what's happening. Yeah, let go of this burden. It's too much. It's too much responsibility. Too much responsibility with not enough payback, okay? Too much. Absolutely not. Yeah, so you got to overcome your ego, okay, about being happy. Or, no, I don't want to say it like that. So you have to overcome your ego, okay, and realize that this ending is here for a reason, to make your dreams come true, okay? That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, for you to gain control. It's all a choice. It's all a choice for you to realize that it's your ego that's holding you here. And to gain control over the situation. Confidence, courage, being secure with yourself, being strong. Some of you are worried about being good parents. You will be. It'll work out. This will be a wish come true to you, this new beginning that you desire. You did take a risk to try to work on it. I definitely see that. You tried your best. You invested a lot of time against your better knowledge because you were following your heart. So that's an admirable thing to do. But you have to realize that there's time for you to separate as well. Okay? All right. I feel like, yeah. Okay, be careful about going out to try to find new people, or I want to say like jump offs. For those of you who don't know what jump offs are, it's just like random people that you call to either have sex with or just be with, but you're not looking for a relationship with them, you know. Be careful about calling those kind of people because you want connection, because it's not going to be going anywhere, okay? And if there's a person you're dealing with that has a third-party relationship, don't try to rekindle with that person either. And if the person you're dealing with has another person and you're trying to wait on them, okay, you're overindulging in a dream. You have an opportunity for new love coming, Pisces. You do. But it's like you have to listen to the messages. You're going to go through a period of not being extremely happy and it not being a time to celebrate, but you'll get it, okay? I'm curious about this Sun card. Yeah, when you change your direction and your mindset, okay, and how you perceive things and how things are going, when you get untrapped from a situation, because you want to be, you'll find happiness. Look at that, right? You'll find happiness. For some of you, you have to go somewhere you don't want to go or do something you don't want to do. And like I said, you see someone that you know and you get that feeling, you know, you get that feeling like they're home, or a comforting feeling like you want to be around them. So it's a good thing. So something happens that really just opens up you to be like, oh, I'm okay with losing this, or I'm okay with stepping away from this. And you start to think about your future and what it is that you missed, right? It's almost like you get a restart, a regeneration, like a kick, you know, of looking at your future. I feel like you get happy that you didn't give to someone. And you understand why at this point. At this point, you start to understand why, or realize why you didn't give to them, you know? Because right now you're a little bit confused because you don't see what's next. And then, you know. So it's up to you moving forward to make this happen. What are you going to do? So are you going to move on with your life, or you're going to be stuck? Those are your two options. You can move on with your life out of being out in the cold from this new person too, and this other person. Because honestly, emotionally, you were out in the cold, right? But, you know, your future wasn't going anywhere, or you were feeling stuck, and you have an opportunity to move. See? You have an opportunity to make balance here. But it's all about... Oh, you can't even see that. Can you see that? Oh, I can't do that. Why do I keep trying to do that? It's all about your clarity. It's all about your process of reason and making something happen, expressing your feelings. You see this regeneration? What am I? Come on. You get to regenerate your life. You get to do something. See? You made a miscalculation. It's like you get to go back and do it again. Come on. Out here in these streets. Out here in these streets. All right, I'm going to stop. But anyhow, thank you, Pisces, for allowing me to do this reading for you. If you need a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Link is in the description box below. Or you can go to this website up here, or you can check the description box below. Do not forget to check the schedule. I love you. Bye-bye.